If you're a business owner and you feel like your audience is broke and they can't afford your services, I promise you, your audience is not as broke as you think they are, but you might be attracting all the broke ones. This took me a long time to learn, but I'm going to show you how I increased the quality of leads and clients that were coming through the door, the ones that actually pay you. I currently have an online coaching business where I teach creative coaches, music coaches, how to grow their business and get more students and find more people that pay them premium prices. At the time of this recording, my business is doing multiple six figures a year. We've done six figures in the last 2.5 months, and I'll show you this real quick. Here's live my Stripe account from January 1st. It's somewhat the middle of March, but we've done about 100 and a little over 100K. I'm just gonna show you what I found out after doing a lot of marketing. In marketing, they always talk about how you should talk about your people's pain points and their desires, but they never specify on which pain point or desire to talk about. So we always throw out like, hey, are you feeling so discouraged? Are you so tired that you can't play your instrument after work? And we throw out these pain points that our audience is having, but these pain points aren't specific enough. And so they're just very generalized. And when you throw out general pain points, you have to be really, really intentional about what pain points you're talking about, because those pain points could easily be attracting broke people. I used to have a music production program where I talked about, are you having trouble selling your beats? No one's buying from you. And guess what the problem was there? They didn't have any money. So we always have to be cautious of the things that we talk about. We want to talk about specific pain points that only successful people or people who are putting in the effort are doing. So if we talk about a pain point or a desire, there's general pain points. Are you having a hard time playing chords? Are you having a hard time getting the motivation after a long day of work? You come home and you're too exhausted to even practice your instrument. If you say that in your ad, if you say that in your content, guess who you're going to attract? Procrastinators, right? People that are not putting in the work, people that are unmotivated, and you subconsciously may not realize this, but some of your messaging, if you think about it now, can you think of some words that you're saying that could be attracting people that don't have money, that can't afford you? I know we talked about marketing already, but if you don't even have a good offer or an offer that is worth a lot, you're probably going to be attracting broke people. Think about someone who shops based on price. They click on a website, what's the price there? They click on another website, what's the price there? What's the price there? What's the price there? It's a shopping based on the price. They don't care what they get out of it. They're looking for the cheapest option. And who do you think is doing that? It's the people that are shopping around. They're not that serious. They're kind of interested, so they're looking for the cheapest alternative. And when you're in a price battle with everybody, and you're on the same level with everybody, they could go anywhere and get the same service. Plus, they don't really care because they're not that dedicated. If you gave somebody a low price who is absolutely serious about music or a creative skill, and they really, really want to learn it to a level where they want to do it professionally, do you think in their mind, do they believe that a $47 an hour lesson is gonna fix the problem for them? If you have a big problem, you don't expect a cheap solution is going to fix it. And so that's the biggest thing before even marketing. Is your offer dialed in? Do you have something that's actually of value? People judge your brand based on the pricing is the first thing. If I handed you a guitar and you don't know anything about this guitar and I said it was $99, that's the only thing you knew about it, and I handed you another guitar and I said this guitar is $10,000. Be honest, before you even hear any of it, which guitar do you assume sounds better? The $10,000 one. Why? Purely because of price. So in their mind, they're already making this assumption that the more expensive offer is going to be the most valuable one. There's got to be a reason that it's more expensive. Subconsciously, they start looking for little clues to why it sounds better. So now it's time to play the guitars, right? We play the $99 one. They're looking for things. They're just like fixated on ways to find out why it doesn't sound as good. They're like, it sounds a little tingy there, sounds a little flat there. And they play the $10,000 guitar and they're like, oh yeah, that it just sounds better. It sounds cleaner. At the end of it, you could say both those guitars are actually the same exact guitar. But in their mind, they're subconsciously looking for ways to figure out why it sounds so much better, why it's worth more. So before they even know about your brand, before they even know anything about you, all they know is price. They're gonna judge you based on that. So you should have something valuable in place. But just to get back to this, the marketing, if you're talking about general pain points, general desires, you're going to attract everybody, right? You're gonna attract all the people who are just tire kickers, they're just looking for some cheap solution. You will get those people that are very serious, but it's gonna be hard to filter out the people who aren't serious and the people who are serious. So why don't you make it a little bit easier on yourself by marketing to the right people? You got to think about their specific pain points and you got to talk about that in your marketing, because if you can attract the right people, you have to do a lot less work. And we do this by talking about specific pain points or specific desires only they would understand. So again, if I said, do you want to learn guitar, but you get off of work and you're too tired, you get procrastinators. Now, if I said something along the lines of, are you posting guitar content every single day? You've been doing it for the last 3 months, but you're not bringing in as many followers or getting as much attention as you know you possibly could. So you know you're doing something wrong and you know you can fix it, but you just don't know what that thing is. Who is that gonna attract? It's gonna attract somebody who's trying, putting in the effort, realize they have a problem, and they're dying for a solution. So if we're specific about pain points only they're going through, we're gonna attract only them. If somebody heard that and they're not posting every day, they haven't been consistent, and they don't realize any of that, they're not going to be attracted to that, and they're not going to click on your ad, and they're not going to want your offer. And so you filter out these people by default and you attract these people by default. So this was a massive, massive thing that I had to learn after spending a lot of money on ads. I lost a lot just learning this concept alone, that you do want to talk about specific pain points only those type of people are going through. You want to speak language only those people know. So it could be anything from, have you been running ads but you're not like getting the ROAS you want, or nerdy things like that. Sometimes that seems too specific, but what that does is that eliminates everybody else. If someone's never ran ads before, they're not going to know what a ROAS is, or they're not going to know what an ROI is. So if you speak their language and you speak their specific pain points, you're going to attract them and you're going to filter them out by default. So if you have been getting bad leads, unqualified leads, people who can't afford your services, I really, really recommend that you adjust the messaging in your marketing and focus only on the people that you want to attract. And you want to attract people who have money. You want to attract people who are actually trying and putting in the effort, who realize there's a problem and they're looking for a solution. So I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please subscribe. And if you want to learn how to grow your creative coaching business, I will leave a link down below and you can book a phone call with me to see if I can help you further and grow your business. No promises, but I'd love to chat with you and hear more about your situation and see if I can help. Regardless, I hope this was helpful and I will see you in the next video.